I was at West Virginia University, and I was an undergrad, and I had a full ride for wrestling, and I got injured, and I was going through a lot of anxiety, depression as a result of being injured and just sitting around. And at WVU, if anyone ever been there, it's kind of a party school.
I've been to West Virginia, but not
the school. Morgantown.
Not the school, just in town.
Yeah, it's the best 7 or 8 years of your life, basically. So that became challenging because I didn't know what to do with myself. So I started probably partying too much, and it was getting to be to a point where I just felt like really empty, So I went to see a counselor at the university. The services were free, but now I know why they were free, because I spent 4 or 5 sessions like spilling my guts about my challenges and how down I was because I couldn't wrestle, and it's a big adjustment your first year, and I redshirted. And
before that, how long were you wrestling for?
Since I was 7. Yeah. So what happened was, by talking to that counselor, after spilling my guts about things that were real sensitive, by session 4, so far I didn't have any recommendations on what I could do differently, but by session 4, I still remember she said, I don't really know what to suggest. I've never heard of people with problems like that. I was like, geez.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, man.
Special kind of special.
Yeah. So maybe I overgeneralize, and there's some great counselors out there and so forth, but I wanted to find an area of psychology that would give me concrete strategies, like engineering or something that, if I do this and reward my own behavior with this and set the occasion for this next thing to occur, I can get momentum. And that happened accidentally in an undergraduate behavior psych course, and started learning about how to manage my own behavior, set goals and things like that. And then I was like, wow, this is really a concrete thing instead of just talk therapy where I spilled my guts and, So when that occurred, I really, I got some suggestions from my mentor, and who was teaching an undergraduate course, and then I realized that these principles could be used to apply to myself, to kind of pull myself out of this funk that I'm in, which was one of the hardest times in my life, being away from home first year. I was able to get attention for being a good wrestler, and then I wasn't getting any, and everything just kind of came down on me. And at that point, once I started studying that, I really found that there were all these measurable things I could do to improve my own situation and my own mental health. And when that occurred, I was like, I got to study more. So at that point at WVU, I started taking more and more courses, and then I started. I met Dr. Julie Vargas and Dr. Ernest Vargas there, and then they kind of took me under their wing, and I got lucky because I had an opportunity as an undergrad to learn from Skinner's daughter, and at that point I just really started like knocking down their doors and trying to take advantage of an opportunity, because I know I wasn't going to be a professional wrestler.
Was it weird for you going from like a wrestling background to something that was like on the other side of the world, essentially?
Yeah.
Because did anybody else question, like, dude, you're a wrestler, like, what are you doing? You don't know science?
Yeah. I felt a little bit at the time like I didn't fit in with the guys on the team, because I was really into it, and I was talking to my coach, who was great. He was really into psychology. His name was Craig Turnbull, and he was really into behavioral psychology at the time. And but it was unusual, like shifting gears. But when you have like major challenges going on, in order to decrease something that you're trying to get rid of, like a bad habit, you got to replace it with something. So, that replaced the need to get out on the mat